Hi guys, so this is my Sector 3 Conquest guide, and we have a couple of interesting feats in this sector. So straight up we need to kill 50 enemies with inquisitors, which I know it can be a daunting task, especially for the free-to-play players who only have like I think only Night Sister and Second Sister Relic, and also we need to win with 14 battles with no attackers in the squad, in your squad, then gain 40 stat 40 times, and also attempt to inflict stagger 60 times. So let's jump straight into it. There are a couple of ways you can get the Inquisitor kills. Obviously, if you have a relic, the Inquisitors like I do. If you use Palpatine lead, obviously all these guys can apply a lot of debuffs, so that will get your Terminator trained going. And once you started that, you could easily pick apart the team. I would suggest to go up against SWGOH or Phoenix. Those two teams are fairly weak and you can deal with them. Now the other team for this feat, I forgot to mention where I saw this on the internet, but this is possible even with a lower, like as you guys can see it, I only have like a 4-star fifth brother. But basically, if you can find a node with geos, trail lead is key. Obviously, they will attack out of turns, which will reduce their max health. Kenobi is here, so you can apply DI on Kenobi, General Kenobi, and then Wattenborg, so you will put the tank tech on Kenobi. So he will taunt all the time, but the Geos won't be able to damage him because of Kenobi's buffs. So basically, after that you put the weapon tech on fifth brother, so that will speed him up, and you will use his middle, which will attack. Basically, it's an AoE. So once their health is low, you can kill them with fifth brother. So that's a nice and easy way to do it. And you just obviously need to do it a couple of times. I would suggest to run it like 3 times a day, especially because you want to use Kenobi somewhere else. So it's just going to burn the staminas. So yeah, I would only use it like 3 times, 2 or 3 times. Even then, you will have plenty of. I think we only at day 3 at the moment. So yeah, you guys should be fine getting all those 50 kills. It's not that difficult. So now moving on to the no attacker feat. I think this is one of the easiest comps. Like if you can do it like 3 times a day, that's more than enough. Like you can take out almost any comps with the right data disks, which I'm going to show you guys, by the way, what I'm using so far, and nothing special though. So yeah, other than this team, I mean there are options out there, but this is what I find the most easiest to do it. Now as for the gain start 40 times, there are a couple of options, like this Ray comp, because since you need to gain stat 40 times and also stagger 60 times, obviously R2 is here to hide everybody under stealth. you will gain like 4 stealth buffs, and also Sabine is here to apply the stagger. Now that will apply 5 times. Obviously you can take out a lot of teams with this because of Rey's ultimate. Now the second option is using Darth Maul lead, because whenever you apply whenever a Sith get attacked, then they will gain stealth. So that's also a quick way to apply to get all the stealth feats. Also, as for the global, you can also use Darth Revan, because you need to work towards your global feats. Obviously you need to get Darth Revan and Malgus, while Best is third. Can also apply stagger. So that's also a useful thing to use here in Sector 3. Okay, let's move on to the mini-boss. Now, as for the first feat, which is win with Jedi Knight Revan and Bastila surviving, this is what I use. It's fairly easy. There's nothing really to talk about it. GML will assure that they will survive, and also Barrys and Hodo can heal them up. So there's nothing special really about it. And then also complete the battle without losing in it while at least one attacker in the squad, so that will complete this bit. So it's basically like a 2-in-1. So yeah, that's fairly easy. And moving on to the final, to the sector boss. The first bit is win with Darth Revan and Bastila Sean Fallen surviving. Like this will get the job done like easily. Obviously Lord Vader and Royal Guard will make sure that they won't be able to get to Darth Revan or Basti. And also if they keep using the enemy keep using AoEs, then they will get feared thanks to Darth Malak. So yeah, that's another easy feat. And as for the second part of the challenge, which is win without using any Jedi Sith or an Allied Force users, I completed it with this team using Bam Lead, Quill IG, Han Solo and Chewie. It was fairly easy, and yeah. So far this sector is not that complicated, and let's just jump straight into the game and I'll show you guys how I'm doing so far. As I mentioned it in my previous videos, my main focus is like just to get to Sector 5 as fast as possible, and yeah, this is how I'm doing so far. So I'm already gained like 47 out of 60 staggers feats. I completed the stealth. I still need like 9 more no attackers feats, and I haven't actually worked on the inquisitors so far, because yeah, again, I'm trying to just push through the sectors, so I didn't want to waste energy on the potential failures with my inquisitors. But yeah, I will have more than enough time once I finish with Sector 5. And as for my data disks, for a while now I'm using this setup. Obviously this first one with the unstable desolator will remove turn meter from the enemy. Amplified agony is always good, which is whenever an ally inflict a debuff on an enemy, they also deal 8.16 max half damage to that enemy, Vitality is good for survivability. Power to boost up the damage of my teams. Thermal exhaust is whenever an enemy gains 5 debuffs, they gain 2 stacks of thermal detonators. And then ability exhaust is good because after they gain 10 debuffs, after an enemy gain 10 debuff, they will gain an ability block for 1 turn, which is useful because since you are applying a lot of debuffs all the time, having ability block some of the stronger opponents is just makes the fight much easier, like getting 3 stars wins. So yeah, this is my setup so far, and yeah, I should be finishing Sector 4 later today, so I will post the guide for that tomorrow. In the meantime, take care guys, bye.